First week of finals, you're here. How's the group feeling? How are you feeling? You must be quite excited to have made it.
Yeah, delighted to be honest with you. Girls had yesterday off, so excited to have them in, and obviously have a bit of a recovery session today. But yeah, we've made finals, which is really, really pleasing. We've been aiming for that. Obviously, it's a big focus of ours to continue to improve, and with that has come finals, which is really pleasing for us.
Do you have to change your mindset? It's almost like the first part is making finals and now winning finals. How do you kind of get the girls into that mentality?
Yeah, I think for us finally getting there is obviously a big step, but now back to zero. So it is exciting that we get obviously a shot to play Essendon, and why not us? Why not continue to build and put our best foot forward? We know we've got a lot of learnings from the weekend as well, but we've grown a lot since round one, and yeah, we're kind of really looking forward to making sure that this week, we play our best football of the season.
What have you made of Essendon? No Bonnie Too Good, which not great for her, but obviously it does sort of change things as far as going into the game.
Yeah, I think they've got a lot of really good players that can kind of step up. Alexander Gaylor's been fantastic for them as a youngster. Maddie Gay's in sensational form. Kano, obviously we know, Matilda Dyke. So they've got plenty of great players. So I guess it's a little bit like us. It's that next person that just needs to step up, and we won't be underestimating how important those players are for their team.
Ash Brazel. Yeah. What's her diagnosis and what chance does she have?
Yeah, so we've gone a bit cautious with her as well. Obviously, she's a really important player for us. So she had a bit of soreness post-Sydney, and so we kind of pulled her at half-time. She's certainly developing. We wanted to protect her and put her in the boot, and she's definitely a test for this week.
What about Hayley Miller? How did she pull up? Is she?
Yeah, I spoke to her this morning. She's good. So she should be fine. Obviously, really pleased to get through the game, and she'll certainly be better for the run.
At what point will you make the call with Ash? Will it be early in the week, or will you kind of give her every chance to play?
No, I'll definitely give her every chance. So we have a lighter session today, and then Thursday we'll train in the afternoon and give her every chance. But I'm hopeful she'll get up. She's a professional in how she prepares and gets ready for game day, and I don't think she'll want to miss it, that's for sure.
You mentioned starting from zero, but coming off the back of 3 wins, it's good to take that momentum into the finals and obviously Essendon.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been building, as I said, all year, but, on the weekend to kick 11 behinds isn't ideal. So we've got a real, big focus. I'll go through that with the players today in terms of areas in which we need to improve. And obviously that's going to be a massive factor because, we just let ourselves down with a bit of execution and connection. But we've been working on it, and, we're determined to get better again this week for that.
There's been a lot of talk about the resilience of the group this year, particularly with the players that you've lost. Was there any point where the belief kind of dipped, or did you have it the whole way through that you could end up here?
Nah, to be honest, there haven't. There's been so many times. I mean, we've lost players for, pre-season, and then we've lost some during the season, and their ability to just keep getting back to work. We've got a great amount of players that are playing scrimmage, non-playing players who, to be honest with you, it was Ari and TJ on the weekend and them in the change room just absolutely, doing everything they can to ensure that they're up and about for our team is exceptional. And, I'm just proud of the group. They've never dipped away. They've always kind of anchored back to what we need to improve on, where we need to get better. And, that's a really great sign for our group going forward.
You mentioned post-match that this is a special group. What is it about this particular group of players that really impresses you, and what are you most proud of?
Yeah, I am. They're incredible. We've got a really great balance. I think for them is they just love hanging out together. They love challenging each other, and that's probably something we've really improved on is those hard conversations. So it doesn't matter if you're Ange Stannett or, you're Stribley, Morrow, Holly, who are younger players. If you're not pulling your weight or you're not doing the right thing, the girls will continue to challenge you. But the great thing is we've got buy-in, so there hasn't had to be too many of those conversations, which is really pleasing. And we all want to make it. We all want to get to that kind of premiership success, and we know that it's an all-in mentality with this group. So they're really connected, they're honest, and they're really caring off-field for each other as well.
You mentioned Ange there as well. Obviously, she was appointed captain knowing that she wouldn't play at all this year. What's her impact been from the sidelines just throughout the year?
Yeah, she's incredible. She's one of our bench coaches. She obviously trademarks a massive part of us and how we want to perform on field as well, and she holds the players really accountable for that, as she does herself. So having her there on game day, but also leading leadership meetings today and going forward, she's really, really great, and just so pleased for her growth and her improvement, and being able to get through what is a really difficult time for a non-playing player.
This is the first for you in terms of actually being head coach of a team that has made finals, Fremantle Dockers I'm talking about. What experience do you lean on, or is there a mentor that you lean on to kind of get you through this finals period?
Yeah, it's a great question. So for me, it's about getting there, which is really exciting. But I think for this group, it's what I kind of tell the players is what we need to do as well is it is 4 points, that have been previously kind of done, but now it's a finals game, pressure goes up. But we can't kind of get led into, there'll be more media scrutiny and all the rest of it. So we know where we're going. We know what we need to do. The players are really clear on their role. I need to make sure I'm exactly the same, continuing to build the message, and we kind of don't shy away or move away from that. We've got areas in which we need to improve on. We've got areas in which we want to make sure that the girls bring every week, and that's their contest, their strength, and their trademark effort. So I know it's one of those things with finals and the pressure goes up, but we also want to go back to the things that we've been doing well as well and continue to build.
Is there someone that you've sort of lent on though, I guess, to help guide you through that process? Because, as much as you say it's just 4 points, it is probably a little bit more of a pressure game.
Yeah, I mean, I've got really, really great support here, and there's obviously head of AFLW, which is Claire Heffernan. We have a great relationship. She's incredible. We chat regularly, and she's someone that always kind of continued to ground where we're going, but also has really clear goals, and she's so supportive of me and where we are going as a team. And if I've ever got any questions, or coaches have doubt as well as players, so having that confidence from her and the rest of the club to kind of back me in and back any decisions that we make, because it's high pressure, it's a difficult environment. I'm probably a little bit tighter than I was pre-season, so having that support from her has been invaluable.
How much of an advantage is it to get a home final and also to play in front of your fans? It's a pretty special achievement.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Our parents and our families that kind of support us have kind of gone up another notch. So they've already booked venues kind of, to where they're going to support us as well. So we've never probably felt so supported. The fans have been absolutely incredible to see them out on the weekend. But I've just got a special feeling that this weekend's going to be even bigger again. And so we want as many fans there as we can, because we know we play our best footy in front of them.
The commentators on the weekend said you're the best of the rest, but what's the belief like within the group? Is there belief that they absolutely can go all the way?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is we can't read too much into the outside noise, because it's it doesn't help us at all. We've had some pretty significant losses in which we weren't very proud of, and then we've had some really great wins, but we have to continue to stay level. We don't read much into the media, but we just need to stay as to things that we can focus on, and there's plenty, and that's the reality of it at the moment. We go away from focusing on outside noise and not what we can control is probably a moment when we get lost, and so that's my job and the team's job to make sure that we continue to keep the girls focused. And the one thing is, even speaking to Ashmack, after playing for 9 seasons and making your first final, you don't want to kind of let that one slide. So we've got really important kind of anchors with conversations like Ash to make sure that we are focused on where we want to go.
Em Strong's game on the weekend was unbelievable. Do you expect opposition teams to put a lot of work into her over the next, obviously week, and then whatever the season brings?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But the beauty about Mim is I think they've been doing it for most of the season now. So previously, obviously, she's always been a great competitor for us and, fiercely determined to improve. This year, she's taken her game to another level, and we've certainly found we've had to continue to shift with what other teams are throwing at us. So we feel we're well prepared for that. We look at how we can structure our centre square bounce and the way that she's positioning around the ground. And we've shifted that over, various parts of this season, and she's just adapted like she always does. And whatever's best for the team's always her mentality. And she's one you've got to really tip your hat off to, because she doesn't read into anything else other than what she can do to get first touch for the mids.
What advantage does that give you, obviously, having first touch, but also her work around the ground as well? I mean, she could have had a few goals as well to add to that start. What is that advantage?
Yeah, just like, the marks that she took, 9 marks, her ground ball. She's so competitive in there. She's obviously the first to tap, but then the first to tackle. So setting that barometer is really important. She's worked really hard with Turbo in the past, so I know they're really close. And obviously having Turbo and Anya as really close mentors for her, I know she really relishes the opportunity to be out there and knows that she's got 2 great friends that aren't out there with her, and she probably just, flies a flag for them. So that's exciting for her, and exciting to know that those players will be, back and around the group soon. So, yeah, we're excited for that as well.
And I did mention the talk of the best of the rest, but obviously Brisbane won the men's flag from 5th spot. Do you take any confidence or belief out of that it has been done just weeks ago?
Yeah, I won't shy away from the fact that we want to beat any team we come up against, of course, and I guess there's no reason why we can't. So first for us, though, to be completely honest, is just making sure we play good footy against Essendon. I think they're really well coached. They're continuing to evolve with players missing from their team, as a lot of teams have had to do. And there's no reason why, we can't get up and win. But for the rest of them, great. Like, we love that underdog status. But I can tell you right now, the girls that are, in the change room working hard, they believe they can beat anyone, and so do I.
Any other concerns as far as tests go or anything like that?
No, I think I'm about done with all those for this year. So it'd be nice if we could go in with a bit more of a clean slate. But the girls pride themselves on recovery and performance. So just hoping Ash gets through on Thursday. If not, as it has been in the past, we've got some great players that have been holding the role and holding their own. But then we've got some players that are banging down the door as well.